Texas made. All right, how's it going? I don't really do too many of these video blogs, but I figured I'd show you guys what's going on today. We're basically going to be cutting slabs of wood for new molds, and they're not new molds. Well, they're new as in new molds, but they're actually going to be for basically recreating the same existing mold so that I can increase production. So here we have a poplar mold. I think this might have been the first one, and I believe that was made by Pushmore long boards before I had a CNC. So right now we're just making measurements. I have a 3D model of this that I made. I still need to go through and double check that all the parameters are right, but that's about 34 3/4. So, and it's poplar. So I was lucky enough, hold on, let me turn this music down. I was lucky enough to find a local company that has poplar. So we're going to, got this mark at 34 3/4 inches. So yeah, we're just cutting these to size. Lengthwise, once they're cut lengthwise, I think this one board will do one mold. Once it's cut lengthwise, we'll rip them on my sketchy table saw over there. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, really old 1980s Craftsman that if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get your finger chopped off. So I don't have a lot of high-end expensive machinery other than my CNC, which we just got some new dust collection. It's probably not going to stay that way. I'm probably going to take this face bracket off and run this through here somehow. I just haven't decided how I'm going to do it. But our dust collection hose was a little too short, and it was pushing up against this cable here, which was causing issues. So I got a longer hose, and yeah, I get all the hose. Anyway, I got this thing rigged up to basically just some string on some O hooks to hold the hose up so it doesn't get in the way. So other than that piece of machinery, we're pretty low tech, and that's a high tech piece of machinery. But anyway, so we'll be getting this ripped lengthwise, and then we'll another day we'll rip them widthwise, and that should be enough for one mold. And then I've got 2 more under there, and I believe I can get 2 more molds made out, and hopefully with any luck I'll be able to use the scrap, if I cut everything right, to make a new vacuum fixture for the CNC. This one's still working good, although you can see that I've had plenty of errors and I've done quite a bit of damage to it. You know, getting used to new machinery is not always easy, but we're gonna make a new fixture for single kicks, like Solemn boards and other single kick boards, and we're gonna make a fixture for thinner boards for things like freestyle and stuff that this vacuum fixture, about the smallest it'll do, is 825. So eventually I'll probably make a few more of these, but yeah, that's the project today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this camera set up somewhere I can do a time lapse, and we'll go from there. Adios. Okay, so we got these cut, and we use poplar because it's the lightest, hardest wood you can get. It also works really good in the machine when you're CNCing it. So I think right there I got about, well, 8 inches. Now this other mold in here, let's turn on some light. It is wider. It looks like he actually had true blue 2x4. So it's only 8 inches wide. This is 10 inches. So we need to figure out a way to get 20 inches wide, because it's going to be 2 molds, or a male and a female. And I'm hoping, I think what I can do here is, see, we got it at just at 4 3/4. So maybe 4 3/4 tall, and these are, you know, 13 3/4 wide. So let's do some math here. Let's double check it. Yeah, 14 3/4 divided by 3 is 4.9 inches, and there's going to be cutoff, so it's going to be more like 4.8. And this is, how wide is this? Come on, you bastard. 4 inches 3/4. 4.75. So we can cut these into 3s. Might be, yeah, cut these into 3s. They're 1 inch wide, 1.5 inches thick. So one of these will get us 4.5 inches wide, and then 9 inches wide, and then I think this will do 1 mold. Anyway, so if we get 1 mold out of that, we should be able to get 1 mold out of this and 1 mold out of this. And I think what I want to do for another mold that I want to do is a slightly longer one for a longer wheelbase. Completely new concave, maybe like a 16-inch wheelbase. And I want to do a single kick. I want to do a slalom. I want to do a slalom mold. So yeah, I think that's where we're going. Anyway, that's just a little insight. Let's flip this back around. That's just a little insight into like some of the shop work. I'm not always making boards like skateboards, but 99% of the time I'm either doing that or we just replaced the flapper sander. So that's this is all new sandpaper, all new brushes. So it's always routine maintenance and then making new shit and seeing how it goes. So all right, what we'll do is I'll get the rest of these cut out, and we'll just time lapse that and go from there. Bye. Yeah. Okay, so we got all the boards ripped, and now we're going to laminate them. What I like to do is I like to sand them with about a 60 grit, open up the pores of the wood, and allow it for better adhesion. So we're gonna time lapse that, and at least part of it, so you can see, you know, how that's done. Cheers. So, got all of these sanded, and now what we'll do is we'll get the hopper and got the stand over here somewhere. We'll fill it full of glue and glue each side, and then start clamping the shit out of it. Viced up, looks like something out of a fucking horror movie. Anyway. Alright, so I was taking video of this entire process of making the mold blanks, but I realized halfway through that I had the Max Lens mod on, which is the fisheye lens for GoPro, and so all of those probably look like shit. Currently I took the Max Lens off, and currently this is just a filter. So what we've done so far is we've ripped these boards. This originally came in like 1.5 by 14 by 15. So we brought them into 1.5 by 4 and an 8, something like that. So we ripped all of these. Yesterday, we laminated these 7 together. Each mold has been spray painted a different color just so I can keep track of which mold goes to where. So it's white, red, and black. And so now so we sanded each end, and then we glued each end, and then we used these vices here to clamp it, therefore laminate it to have one solid piece. Once this is done, that'll go onto the CNC machine, and we'll make a mold. So first things first, we'll run passes to even this up because this isn't exactly straight. So we'll run those passes, and then we will do the same thing on the bottom.